So today is Daily Cyber number 24. It's kind of funny, it falls on Christmas Eve, same day, everything kind of going together. So what's going on today? I got to study, get some studying in. I'm going to not, for the next couple days, I won't be doing any screen capturing through Camtasia Studio. And the only reason why is just because busy running around, family stuff. And I'm studying the Internet of Things, specifically, and I'll put it here, the Shodan.io website, seeing how it works, how to do queries, how to search, and just want to put out there any penetration testing tools, techniques, strategies, anything that I recommend or are talking about. I do not recommend or advise or are giving these tools for any black hat, unethical, criminal cyber crimes activity. I do not endorse it. This is only for education and research purposes and for ethical hackers to learn tools that you would use through, your research, right? And your penetration testing, your vulnerability testing, your threat assessments, things like that. But again, I don't advise, recommend. I'm not endorsing anyone to do any criminal activities. I just got to put that out there because I want to make sure that, I don't get held liable that, oh, Brandon told me to do X. No, I didn't tell you to do anything. I didn't tell you to do anything illegal. Use these tools as, as research purposes and ethical to help your clients, help the people around you, and educate them how to protect themselves. That's what I'm here for. So with that being said, I'm studying the Shodan, which is the Internet of Things database. Got a YouTube video that I'm watching as well that at DEF CON they were explaining how penetration testers use Shodan. So I'll be putting all that in the video when I do the Internet of Things video. Again, I got a little bit to learn just to make sure I'm saying the right information and doing it correctly. What else? Catching up on my studying, what's going on. I'm going to be transparent. One of the areas I know I have to develop, and I've already put in my calendar, planned it out now, is coding and scripting and all that. It's one of those things that it's like, it's my, I'm trying to think of the best way to say it. It's like my Mount Everest. That's the best way to say it. It's like this big task for me because coding has always been a little harder for me. But in saying that, I've been introduced, reminded from colleagues, great people, saying, look, you gotta learn scripting, you gotta learn coding, you gotta learn that. So from what I've been hearing online, Python's the best one to start with. It's not the only one, but it's the best one to start with because you can, from that foundation, you can start to understand the other ones around. So I'm going to be using Code Academy, and I'll put the link here, codeacademy.com. I'll be using that one to be able to study and learn how to code. And then the other thing is I'm going to start playing with. And when I went to school, I used Sun Solaris Unix. I'm trying to think the other one, Red Hat, I think it was. And I've done Unix courses, but I mean that was in 2000. I haven't used Unix or Linux for years and years and years. So now I have to kind of go back and refresh and I basically relearn. I haven't used it, relearn Linux. So especially because Kali Linux is a operating system, and the tools that are in Kali Linux are widely recommended for penetration testers. So I want to learn Kali Linux. So I'm actually going to be working on Kali Linux and Python while I'm studying the CompTIA Security Plus, and next, which would be the Ethical Hacker. Now, one of the things that people have been telling me is the CEH PIPE version 9 course. It's not highly recommended or advised through the industry. It's more something for HR, right? So I'm trying to feel that out for myself. And the reason why I'm feeling that out is because I feel the value of the information, and for me to keep growing, to learn the techniques and the skills would be great to be able to do it. Now, to write the certification, get the accreditation, I think it's only will benefit me as I go through working with people, working with companies, and so forth, and then going for, again, the one that's more recognized in the industry is the OSCP, right? The Offensive Security Certified Professional. going that route. Sounds like a ambulance passing by. But yeah, so that's kind of my path. Again, just going to keep talking, reminding. And the reason why I'm doing that is anyone that's a security professional that's, let's put it this way, anyone that's an IT professional that might be wanting to go into security kind of sees the path that I'm taking and why and the reasoning and what I've been discussing. So what happens is you might have to do as much research and kind of go, okay, that's a good thing to know. But yeah, when you're doing the OSCP, they say, if you can write your own scripts, get your own batch files and things like that, that you can run different, I guess, patches and not patches, tests on certain areas. And I don't know this to full extent yet. I mean, still learning. But as you write certain code and certain scripts, you can let them run automated while you're doing other things. So it kind of helps you with your time, because I know what I can speak about from the test, from not doing it and from the people I've talked to, it's like a 24-hour steady hack that you have to have levels. It's almost like capture the flag, from my understanding, is there's certain levels you have to conquer as you go through, and each one is harder in each area. But you want to have automated tools, if you have them, to be able to help you through that process. So just kind of a little bit of a rant, a little download from that. And the reason why I'm giving you that is, again, I just want to share my journey, what I'm doing. And if any network administrators, systems administrators, guys are coming right off the bench that have never been in IT or looking into cybersecurity, you kind of have an idea. And from what I'm hearing, and I don't know this for true, for the truest truth, right, as I say, and I've heard this from Don Tolman, someone that I studied his work. There's a truth that we kind of hear in the industry, but the truth is when you actually factually know. And from the truest truth, I don't know if this is true, but certification or education, whichever one you come from, plus experience is kind of the formula to get to, be employed. Now, I don't know if that means you get certification, get some experience as you're doing your certification because you have some sweat equity in the game, and then you can start looking at these jobs, or if you have to get actually real world experience by working at a company. So, or you might have to do what I'm doing right now, is kind of think outside the box, open up your own company, and just, get out there and consult with, smaller to medium-sized companies, and just get out there and get your experience, your way. Either way, whatever works. I'm not saying there's a right or wrong way, but getting into the industry, you really have to work for it, and you have to know what you're doing. I remember watching penetration testing. I think it was a YouTube video saying about you want to be a penetration tester, and it was a hiring manager. It was a manager of a department who was talking, and he was speaking at DEF CON. And one thing he said, it doesn't matter what certification, what you have, they come in, they have a test that they want you to do as well. So if you can't pass that test, you can't perform, you're not going to get the job. So you really have to know your stuff. So just something to think about as you're going through this. It's not, from what I'm hearing, it's not an easy career. It's not something you just kind of take a weekend course and go. It's something you really have to work at. And I mean, that's why for me, my minimum foundation is the 365 journey that I'm doing right now of learning and learning and learning. Now I know, and I'm going to be transparent here, this is just the start. This is just like a little pebble, right, in the big world that we're in. Right? I'm going to have to keep learning, educating, courses, certifications, learning different systems, languages, you name it. It's always going to grow, which is great. That's what I enjoy. But if that's not for you, you got to really think about this. You really got to think about this is the career for you, because they're long hours, long days, and you got to think of, you have your work day, and then you have your development, right, and planning and testing and learning. So you might work an 8-hour, 10-hour day, but you might have to pull in another 5 hours at home studying and doing all these great things, because you got to keep developing yourself. You got to keep hacking, right? And this is the term they use, right? You got to keep just hacking away and learning. And yeah, there's going to be hard days, frustration. You can't get it. It's not working. And, it might be hours, days, you're just trying to hack away and just something's not working. All of a sudden it clicks and it's like, oh my God, why couldn't I see that? That's the hacker's, mindset. That's the hacker's journey, is to keep doing that. And if you can do that, it doesn't matter what area in life, you have that mindset in anything. If it's from computers, if it's from mathematics, it's from business, whatever you like to hack, if you have that mindset and that drive, and IT security interests you, this might be an area to think about. And that's why I'm thinking, because I've always had that mindset, is how to break things down, ask lots of questions. And anyone that knows me knows sometimes I can be annoying. I'll ask questions after questions after questions until I get it, like I get the nitty gritty. And I'm always looking for the root of everything. And that's something from my holistic background, is you're looking for the root cause, right? The root, not the symptoms, not the high level, but the root. You're digging real deep. So that's the end of my video. I don't want to make it too long. I don't want to make it more than 12 minutes, but that's the end of my video today. I want to wish you happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas Eve, whatever you celebrate. I hope you have some fun with your family, some great time. Give them all a hug and just wish them all the best. And I will see you tomorrow. Oh, one last thing. Software is hackable. Being connected is vulnerable. Don't forget.